Hello, I'm Charlene and this is Art in Focus, showcasing the vibrant and growing art and culture scene in University of Rochester and beyond. In this edition of Art in Focus, we are going to introduce Heather Layton, who is a senior lecturer at the Department of Studio Art in UR and an artist who reveals goal connections through her art. Take a look.
My name is Heather Layton, and I'm an artist and faculty member here at the University of Rochester, where I teach painting and a course called Performance Art and Social Intervention. The art that I make is often inspired by situations where there's conflicts between multiple groups of people, or there's some type of something I don't understand, or a social or environmental problem at hand. They're usually situations where I want to learn more about the topic, and the best way that I learn is through making art about it and inviting other people to join in that process, understanding the situation. This semester I'm teaching introductory painting, and in that class we learn both the technique of painting as well as conceptual development and how do you speak through imagery. In the same way you speak through verbal language and written language, how do you actually think through things that are important to you and represent them visually. So one of the projects we worked on this semester was called Turning a Waiting Room into a Welcoming Room. We worked at Jordan Health Brown Square Center. It's a health center in the city that serves a high percentage of refugees. And we decided that, if you were a refugee coming from your home country, coming to the United States, and you didn't know anyone here and the culture was new to you, what might you see in this medical office when you walk in that would remind you of home and make you feel welcome in that space? So the intro painting students went and met with health professionals there and some of the translators, and came back to our studio here at the U of R, and each of the students created a painting based upon the cultures of one of the groups of refugees we have living in Rochester here. We then installed them in the waiting room. So now, rather than being a patient and coming into a room with just blank, kind of clinical medical walls, it's filled with art representing cultures all over Earth.
So basically, what do you think has been the biggest benefit of taking this class, or taking a class with Heather?
The exposure.
What about the exposure?
There's just so much to the art world that I haven't really discovered yet. Like performance art, for example, when I was going into it, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was weird. I couldn't even sit in a performance. But when you learn to think about these different aspects to performance art, and you learn to appreciate it, I think there's so much there, and that was awesome.
For more information, visit heatherlayton.com. Let's now focus on student art lovers in our community. Edward Han is a senior who majored in optical engineering and also a big fan of photography. He specializes in landscape and travel photography. Angie Wu is a business major student and also takes studio arts as her minor. She's skilled in drawing, editing, and video making. and works in both a TV station as an assistant editor and in some design studios as a model. Today, she will show us her fancy artwork which combines music and poem together. Take a look.
I started to take photos when I was around 10 years old. My family asked me to take photos for them when we travel out, and it was still film camera age, and I do enjoy this kind of feeling of recording my life and my family's life. It wasn't until my senior year in high school that I started to take photography as a course and as an art form. We experienced doing pinhole camera on our own and doing dark room process for the film camera pictures we take. Landscape photography for myself means more like a recording. So I use Photoshop and Lightroom to recover the color and the screen I actually see with my own eye. As you know, cameras doesn't really show this exactly what you see as your eye. So I use those as tools to help me recover the colors and make it over beautiful. About photography skills, I think the most important thing is, as a landscape photographer, is to use your knowledge to expect a good weather and wait until it shows up and take the photo as soon as possible and use Photoshop or Lightroom to make the color back to the strong variation of the colorful world that your eye actually see. I feel it's like a magic. It's like a magic of recording my life and everything I say.
Hi, I'm Anjay. I'm currently studying the University of Rochester. I'm majored in business marketing and minored in studio art. I'm really interested in photography, photo making, and video making and photo editing. My passion in these areas come from my internship and part-time jobs, as well as some of my drawing and printmaking class. Because I have been working in a fashion studio as a model, in there I realized what is the design and what is fashion. So I also realized what I want to do in the future. But my passion in art originated from my childhood and the nature, because my mother is a director. She is working in a TV station. From my childhood, I always follow her to work outside. So I have a lot of opportunity to travel in different cities and countries and to contact different cultures. It gives me a lot of opportunity to feel the beauty of nature, such as the sunset near to sea and the sunrise in the desert, and also different animals and flowers. The theme of my book is the music and the poem. Inside the book, there totally have 8 poems and 2 musical compositions. The reason why I want to do this topic is because the music and the poems are all important things in my life, and I always think music and the poems are soul of humanity. So I want to show some of my favorite music and poems through a creative and amazing ways. The materials and techniques I used are Bristol paper, matte media, and the silkscreen printmaking. And the background for my work is made by the matte media, and the letter was made by silkscreen printmaking. We don't read and write poetry because it is cute. We read and write poetry because we are the member of the human race. And the human race is filled with passion. Medicine, law, business, engineering, these are noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, and love, these are what us stay alive for.
To find out more, visit 500px.com and find Edward Han on that website. And that wraps it up for this edition of Art in Focus. Until next semester, my name is Charlene and thank you for watching.